Hello, this is your captain speaking. Welcome back to Star Trek Resurgence. Now, actually, let's make sure my controller actually works. Where's my controller, anyways? Oh, it's still over there. Okay. So, where we left off last time was... Oh, excuse me. Trying to help Mr. Spock, well, Ambassador Spock, prevent a war between these two factions, one who more than likely is using the other. But there's also this anomaly that's going on, which may be connected to this power struggle. And it's going to prevent the Resolute from leaving the space or using the warp drive if they need to leave. So, let's see where it's going to have me leave or pick up on. Would be interested if they did do a recap. Okay. So, it looks like I have to redo what I was doing the last, I don't know how many minutes. Oh yeah, duh.
Soothing.
So we talked to these guys first. Let's see if I remember what choices I made. Sidron.
Commander, I'm glad you've chosen to side with the Hatori. I knew the Federation would see through the Alydians' baseless claims.
I believe I did this last
to protect the interests of my people.
To be clear, I'm not on either side of this conflict. Our only interest is peace.
I will keep that in mind.
I think I might need to increase the volume.
I assume you were there, the day the mines were seized from the Alydians.
Not seized. Reclaimed. And restored to their rightful owners. Yes, I was there. We had to be decisive. Before the Alydians could even realize their worst nightmares upon them.
Did you have help from someone else?
Hatori stands alone against the Alydian forces. We don't need help from anyone. They respect one thing above all else, and that is force. The greater the force,
I think this is what I
the more
did
certain the
last
outcome.
time.
Any talk of making peace is just that, and worth little without
this is
strength
familiar.
to secure it. Which makes me wonder about your ship, the Resolute. Undoubtedly the Federation's finest warship. Ready to contend with anything the Alydians might have in store. Or is that not true? Maybe I've misjudged it.
I wouldn't say state-of-the-art, but the Resolute is plenty capable and can hold its own against just about anything.
Let's hope so. Because at the moment, it's the only thing preventing them from wiping us off the map.
Sidron.
A pleasure meeting you, Commander. I'm sure we'll cross paths again.
So thus far, I'm pretty sure I've made all the choices I made before. The lag I had with OBS is happening again, but I did rewatch the stream, or part of the stream, and it looks fine. So I think it's nothing to worry about. I talked to him next.
I'm probably not telling you anything you don't already know, but these negotiations rely on the Federation's neutrality, as does any hope you might have for a supply of dilithium in the future. So, why you would choose to side with the Hatori escapes me. Without Alydian involvement, there is no dilithium trade. Clearly, you weren't aware.
We are and will remain completely neutral. Our only interest is the peaceful resolution to this conflict.
As is ours. Of course, the question is, at what price? Major Solid Arminta, Special Attaché, Alydian Armed Forces. Pleasure to meet you, Commander. I have my issues with the Hatori, but I have to give them some credit. They know how to seize an opportunity. Inciting an uprising the same day as a massive, once-in-a-lifetime ion storm.
Our assumption was that this storm was just an anomaly.
Yes, a very convenient anomaly. At least, that was what we were told. Of course, I wasn't there. But who am I to say otherwise?
You sound skeptical.
Well, the official story is that it was the storm that enabled the revolt. How else do a bunch of unarmed, unorganized miners seize control of an entire moon, much less thousands of mines? But I've talked to people who were there. They tell a different story. They say they're lucky to have escaped with their lives. That it was more than just the storm. That somehow the miners were able to harness the energy from the storm. I know it sounds crazy. I'm not even sure I believe it myself. But that's what they said.
You just answered your own question.
I'm pretty sure I've been...
How do a group of miners do something that in theory can't be done? That's how. Harnessing the storm.
But even if it's true, how does that even happen?
You tell me.
I think I've made all the same choices
If
thus
you'll
far
excuse me, Commander Ryder.
I've made before. So...
Commander, if I could have a quick word with you.
Of course.
I'm encouraged to see the Federation supporting my people. I'm afraid of what might happen without your help.
what did I pick last time?
I'm glad to hear it. I just hope you're not the only one who feels that way.
I apologize for that. These are unusual times, to say the least. Much is changing. I saw you speaking with the Alydian. I'm sure they're painting themselves as the victims.
The Alydians are under the impression the Hatori are somehow the cause of the ion storm.
Which I'm sure they attribute to our lack of experience or sheer inferiority. But we are as much the victims of this horrific storm as they are. For the first time in our history, the Hatori have the upper hand. We see ourselves as strong instead of downtrodden. New voices have risen up. Old voices shouted down. Galvin and Sidron have become national heroes. Now they have the Queen's ear. Better or worse, depending on your perspective.
I get the sense you don't exactly trust them.
They're miners, not diplomats. I don't trust their instincts, which are leading us to war. My fear has been that the Alydians will launch an attack and crush us. You've seen their starship, no doubt. They could have retaken the mines whenever they wanted to, but it never happened. And as strange as this may sound, I'd almost say they're afraid. I just don't know what they're afraid of. It's still the same bluster and bravado you would expect from them. But it has no teeth. Like they're afraid of what might happen.
Do you think it has something to do with the ion storm? Right now, it's stronger than ever, isn't it?
It's entirely possible. I'm not a scientist, but I do know the storm has knocked out all kinds of systems. So maybe the Alydians weren't willing to risk their ships, given all the interference.
Okay.
Since the day of the revolt, Galvin has seized control of the mines and restricted all access. No one's allowed without his personal authorization. And they've taken over a section of the palace with just as much secrecy and security. I'm told it could be something they brought back from the mines. I've made inquiries, but everyone pretends it doesn't exist. I strongly suspect they're hiding something.
What do you think it is?
I've heard rumors it's some sort of ancient artifact, but I haven't seen it myself.
How can we know?
I'd better see what's happening.
Do you think you can find out what they're hiding? I need to see proof of something before I can make my case to the Federation.
I can try, but even if I found it, I might not know what to make of it.
Take this. You can use it to capture whatever you find, and then send it to me.
Thank you. I will let you know what I find. And I look forward to our meeting again.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure I picked all the choices I did before. I'm gonna increase the volume on my side. So, hold on a moment. Alright, I'm gonna look around. Well, there were a couple Starfleet officers over here earlier. A couple of security. Well, oh.
They seem proud of their culture. Pride can lead to rash action.
Okay, yeah, I haven't really done much to... Here we go.
Well, that was a disaster.
What happened?
The Hatori refused to concede anything, so the Alydians stormed out.
The Hatori did not invite us here as peacekeepers. I hope your efforts were more fruitful than ours.
Depends on what she can give me.
Gravitational harmonics failing to resolve. Warp bubble stability degrading. Increase output to maximum.
Oh,
Increasing warp output to maximum.
It's happening again.
It is evident that presently, the Resolute cannot achieve warp propulsion.
Since our diagnostics rule out any problems with our warp systems or anything about the ship, the problem appears to be the fabric of space itself.
Space itself? You're saying something about this region of space prevents warp travel?
Prevents it, or can't sustain it.
However improbable, that appears to be the case.
We need to know more.
The storm didn't stop us from leaving space dock and traveling here. But could it still be causing this interference with warp travel?
We must follow sound investigatory principles. Do not let an assumed conclusion drive your analysis.
Sometimes we need a little inspired thinking, Mr. Chovak. Captain Solano is on his way back from the negotiations, and I want to have some answers for him when he gets here.
Indeed. Given the facts at hand, we may be able to deploy subspace probes around the ship to construct a clear picture of the phenomenon.
Around the ship. I'll prep a shuttle.
I get to fly a shuttle!
I'm setting up a waypoint at a distance roughly corresponding to the edge of our warp field. When we get there, I'll deploy the first probe.
Okay, so... Right trigger forward, left trigger backward. Right to turn, left to strafe. Okay. Looks good thus far.
Commander Westbrook, the Resolute systems are calibrated to receive the probe's readings. We are standing by to reproduce the warp field collapse after the first probe is deployed.
Thank you, Mr. Chovak. We'll be in position shortly.
And, Mr. Diaz, do take care in piloting the shuttlecraft. Now is not the time to indulge in the human penchant for joyriding.
Don't tell me what I can do!
Chovak probably isn't such a fun guy to work for, huh?
Whoa.
Nah, Lieutenant Commander Chovak's not so bad. You know, once you get used to him. And, I've learned a lot working under him.
I have a feeling I'm going to have to work harder to be a political animal like you, with this new first officer coming aboard.
This isn't so bad. Probably, no. It's weird whoa.
This is far enough. Transporting the first probe into position. Westbrook here. The first probe is deployed.
Understood. We are reading it. We are about to replay the simulation.
Problem?
Don't get me wrong. Things are definitely trending up with Commander Rydek. She's put my ideas into action. And she listened to me when your life was on the line out on the hull.
That sounds like a good thing.
It is. But I'm still trying to figure out if she's right for the job. She didn't go through what the rest of us did. Still got chosen to be #1. Can't tell if she was actually siding with me, or if we just fell on the same side.
Yeah, but she's lucky she didn't go through what we did. You can't hold it against her.
Actually, I think I can, even if I shouldn't.
Test is running. Warp field collapse in 3, 2, 1, mark.
Ooh. What was that?
Whoa. All right, that is definitely a problem with the fabric of space. We need to get another probe out there. With 2 points of data, the Resolute and the probe, we've managed to get an interference pattern. I'm setting a waypoint to a particularly strong area of interference. We'll deploy the second probe there.
Well, of course. I have to go past
Listen, I'm gonna give you a piece of advice I wish someone had given me. Make sure you're never just one thing. And don't get so focused on what's in front of your face that you lose sight of the big picture. Before Rydek showed up, the captain pulled me into his ready room and told me he didn't think I had the people skills to be first officer. What a load of crap. I mean, if he'd said that about Chovak, sure.
Well, if you're asking, I think you're a people person. After all, here we are. Me, an enlisted officer. You, one of the senior staff. Talking like old buddies.
I should send Solano to talk to you.
Bring him on.
I'm sure you can handle him. You've got potential. You're a capable engineer. You're good in the field.
oh,
Keep up
why?
the good work.
I don't like
Who
that.
knows? Solid jack of all departments like you could be Commander-in-Chief of Starfleet one day. Hell, Admiral Jellicoe started as a shuttle pilot. And there are places to go in the enlisted ranks, too. Of course, if you get an officer's commission, they'll put you on another ship.
You know, I'd be the best leader Starfleet ever had. Lower decks always have to fix all the problems Command causes. I'd just save everybody some steps.
Well, don't forget about us little people when you're running things.
Of course not. You gotta remember where you came from.
Ooh, that was good. Ooh, I gotta slow down again. Okay. feel like I'm over-adjusting. There we go. Waypoint 2. Whoops.
Here.
For down.
This is close enough. Stop the engines. Deploying the probe.
Oh my.
Westbrook to Commander Chovak. We're ready for another sampling of data.
Very good. Running the simulation again. Warp field collapse in 3, 2, 1. On.
Ooh, jeez.
There it is again.
I saw it. It seems to be directional.
Well, what about the scans? Anything?
Here's the readings in relation to our local space. We've got the Resolute, Hatori Prime, and the probes.
All this interference is overloading the sensor buffers. We're gonna have to triangulate the sensors manually.
Okay.
We got something.
These markers indicate peaks in the gravimetric interference patterns.
Let's see if I can
Good
find some
old
more.
technical technobabble.
Hold up. This is coming from the moon.
A beam that blocks warp travel.
Aimed right at us.
Someone is doing this intentionally. I don't know how they're doing it. This is like nothing I've ever seen.
Let's
Why
not
would they
go
be
straight to
doing
the
this?
fighting.
We came here to help these people. And now we're getting hit by some warp-killing weapon?
Now, look here. It's the current readings of the ion storm.
These concentrations. They line up with the interference pattern. The storm. And this beam. They're coming from the same place.
Carter, whatever petty local conflict brought us here, it's just a small part of something much bigger.
Now, are they actually out to fight us, or is it something else?
Presently, we don't have an explanation for how they're doing this. One thing is clear. This is no fluke.
Thank you, Mr. Westbrook. I want a full briefing when I'm back on board. Solano out. A targeted weapon that inhibits warp travel. Coming from the moon Tau.
That would explain the difficulties my shuttle encountered. More importantly, the tenor of the Hatori during the negotiations.
And here I thought the Alydians would be the problem. Coming to peace talks in a warship.
Got a feeling they're just as
It
big.
wasn't supposed to be so complicated.
Yeah, we're...
For all their posturing, every indication is that the Alydians are afraid of the Hatori. They didn't bring their warship as a threat. They brought it because they're scared.
From everything we witnessed, I would say that is highly likely.
But what are they afraid of?
Tylus, the Hatori representative, said she thought they found something in the mines. Galvin and Sidron brought it back to the palace, but they're keeping it under tight security. She's going to investigate it. I gave her my tricorder. I expect she'll contact us soon.
If she knows how to use
Found an ally.
the tricorder.
Why would Tylus help us? Go behind her people's back? It's a fair question, considering.
Out of all of them, she's the one who seemed to genuinely appreciate that the Federation was involved. She believes in us, and I think we can believe in her.
That may be true.
She's certainly more likely to help than the other Hatori we've met.
That raises another question. Specifically, what do the other Hatori have to gain in bringing us here, only to make this hostile maneuver against us? There must be some motivation.
Unless they changed their minds between when they asked and when we got here.
Sidron was very curious when we spoke outside the Queen's chamber. He wanted to know all about us, our ship, the Federation. He wasn't giving any answers. He was looking for them.
Well, I'm sure you didn't tell him too much. I don't think the Alydians know what's really down on that moon either.
Major Arminta said the revolt defied explanation. That the Hatori miners somehow harnessed the energy of the storm.
Harness the energy of the storm.
Doing that is beyond even our capabilities.
So is a weapon that disrupts warp travel.
I don't know about that.
There have been civilizations and entities, both past and present, far more technologically advanced than the Federation.
The Alydians and Hatori don't fall into that category.
But that is all the more reason to investigate further.
Commander Rydek, sorry to interrupt. We've received an urgent call from Hatori. Queen's advisor, Tylus, has asked to speak with you.
Put her through.
Let's see what she's got.
Galvin and Sidron are still with the Queen. I've enlisted help to gain access to the room they have under guard. I don't have much time.
I'm not supposed to leave my post.
It's only for a moment. I so appreciate your help.
I found something. I'm sending you a scan.
Ooh.
Got it. Tylus, if we needed to gain access to the mines on Tau, is that something you could help us with?
I suppose it wouldn't be easy, but I have to go.
Tylus,
Can we reconnect?
Sorry, Captain. We've lost all contact.
Probably just get her in trouble if we did.
We can only hope she escaped without harm.
We'll find out the hard way.
It was hard to tell.
Tylus wouldn't have offered to help if she didn't know what she was doing.
That's a lot of faith in someone we barely know. Let's see the scan of whatever the hell that was.
Oh. He liked that.
Tylus suspects this came from the mines on Tau.
It appears to be of ancient origin, but the markings are unfamiliar.
We can run a full analysis when we get back to the Resurgence. That this came from the mines, that it might be the key to how they got the upper hand against the Alydians.
Then we have to go into the mines.
The Federation would not allow that. We're, after all, sent here to be a neutral party in a peace negotiation. However, we could demonstrate that the Hatori have acted in bad faith, which would enable us to investigate the mines on Tau with full justification. But of course, we would need conclusive proof before taking action. Otherwise, it could put us in a difficult position.
That's the best option
Whatever
I
this
got.
artifact is may be proof enough. At least to satisfy the Federation.
Especially if we can show the Hatori are controlling the warp disruption. And targeting the Resolute.
We may have a better understanding once we analyze the device. But a mission to the mines, covert or otherwise, is not out of the question. And I will handle the Federation.
Good old Spock.
As I was telling Carter, I want all the data I can get on this warp problem. And the negotiating team's shuttle has been recording data all the way back from Hatori. Even better than our probes. So pull the sensor and engine ISOs from the Melville when it sets down.
Will do.
I'll join you and Chovak down in engineering to run another analysis after the briefing.
I had a feeling that Scar is going to become
I
something.
didn't like this warp problem when we thought it was some astronomical anomaly. And I like it a hell of a lot less now that we know someone is doing it to us. How does it work? What do we even do about it?
What do you say we pull these chips and find out?
Took some damage on the way. That ionic interference scored the hull plating. Might be some micro welds. Let's try pulling together.
All right.
3, 2, 1. It won't budge. Gotta be the storm damage. We need to... Welcome back. Any excitement down on the surface?
Excitement? No. Nothing like that.
Hey, can you hand me the EJ7 interlock? From the toolbox.
I don't know what that is.
Not much use for one on a security detail, huh? Carter?
Yeah, I'll get it.
Let's be professional.
Okay, I'll apply pressure while you decouple the panel.
Here, I'll help.
Might as well.
We've got this.
Open up and say ah.
Thanks for the hand. We have to get these isolinear chips down to engineering.
No problem. You really know everything about these ships, don't you? The tools, the systems. Like a walking Starfleet technical manual.
Oh, I thought security was the detail to be on. Now all of a sudden you're interested in engineering?
Just the engineer.
Come on, start pulling chips.
I don't know if she liked that much. Oops. I'm gonna find. Oh, did find something.
What's this?
Some kind of crystal formation?
There it is. Wow, I wonder if I need to shut the...
Whoa. This substance is a quantized spin crystallization of hydrogen, carbon, and lithium. It's emitting tetrametric pulses at an interval of 3.8422 seconds.
Quantized crystallization isn't natural. I mean, it's only theoretical as a means to engineer matter on a subatomic level. What's it doing in there?
Ooh, do I really want to pick it up?
Wait. Regulation 364, subsection 9.
What?
Regulation 364, subsection 9 orders that in the case of an unknown foreign substance infiltrating a sealed system, it will be placed in secure confinement before further examination. Retrieve a containment module.
It's not a bad idea.
Don't you think we're more equipped to deal with whatever this is?
No. Before anything else, this is a security issue.
She's got a point.
You don't even know what this is.
Which is why we need to study it.
Once it's contained.
Just leave it there for now. Messing around with it could be dangerous. At least until we know more.
That's exactly why we need to get it to the containment lab. I can't make an exception just for you.
That's fair.
I'm still going to report these crystals to Commander Westbrook when we send the shuttle data.
And I will inform my superiors. I'm taking this just as seriously as you are. But I overheard talk about the warp disruption on the shuttle. Now these crystals? Maybe this situation is more than we can handle with just a science vessel. We could trigger a distress call. Get Starfleet to send more ships.
Ooh, that would be a bad
Or
idea.
I could send a message to my old CO on the Adirondack. Get some combat-tested vessels. We shouldn't do this alone.
Miranda, you gotta be more careful. Someone hears that, they could think you're talking mutiny.
That's a bit extreme.
I'm just trying to figure out how we can help.
Talk to superior
Okay,
officers.
stand back.
Yep, use the transporter to beam it in.
Get this to the containment lab. We'll get it set up for you. I'll let you know when it's safely confined.
Oh, we'll be there.
Last thing you want is to study this down in main engineering and have it explode next to the warp core.
I mean, she's got a point.
Almost forgot.
Can't have that.
For a second, I thought she'd gone cold on you. Like she might have changed her mind. But I guess this whole situation has her spooked.
Can't blame her.
Maybe she knows more than us? Or it's because this is all happening so fast? But she usually doesn't scare easy.
Well, of course she's taking it seriously, but that's her job. She's on duty, she's gotta be on the lookout for danger.
Yeah, but talking about sending a distress call on her
Yeah.
own, that's going too far. She was probably just thinking out loud. I'm sure she'll come to her senses. This mission has enough complications stacking up.
Now, we'll get through it. You, me, and Miranda too.
Commander Rydek was able to work behind the scenes during the negotiations and made contact with a representative from the Hatori delegation named Tylus. She mentioned an unusual artifact of unknown origin being held under tight security within the Hatori palace, which she believes came from the mines on Tau. Now, this artifact might have a connection to the revolt, to the storm, and to the warp disruption we now know has been targeted at the Resolute. Commander Rydek, if you want to take it from here.
Of course. Tylus managed to infiltrate the heavily guarded location within the palace and sent us these scans using my tricorder. It appears to be some sort of control panel, possibly connected to the warp disruption weapon originating on Tau. Of particular interest is this symbol, which we couldn't identify the origin of.
The Federation database has records from a vast number of civilizations. If anyone from Starfleet has come across this before, the system should recognize it.
Cross-referencing with Federation records.
Displaying symbols from Federation database with a 90% probability of match or higher. Select a symbol to further analyze.
Definitely not that one. That's a Klingon symbol. That one looks familiar. I don't recognize that one. Ooh, that one could be it. That's a pretty good comparison.
.2% match.
Got it.
So, what are we looking at?
The design and composition indicate this is a glyph associated with the ancient Tkon Empire. Their civilization collapsed over 600,000 years ago, but once spanned millions of systems with a population numbering in the trillions.
Fascinating. The Tkon were once the most advanced, most powerful civilization in the galaxy.
Is it possible the Hatori found Tkon technology?
I wonder if they even know what they have.
Our knowledge of the Tkon is limited. I have only encountered passing references to them.
Actually, I've heard of the Tkon.
You have?
Quite impressive, Commander.
Computer, summarize the Enterprise D's discovery of a Tkon outpost.
On stardate 41386.4, the USS Enterprise D, under the command of Captain Jean-Luc Picard, discovered a Tkon outpost in the Delphi Ardu system. According to the mission summary, an unbreakable energy-draining field was deployed against the Enterprise and a Ferengi ship. The Enterprise was only able to escape after negotiating their release with an entity known as Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire.
Unbreakable energy draining field. It starts to make sense.
What else is there?
There's a lot here. Let's take it piece by piece.
Select the aspect you wish to learn more about.
Let's do the
The
Enterprise.
technology to capture and hold the Federation flagship would have to be unbelievably powerful. Computer, what else can you tell us about the energy-draining field the Takan used?
The Enterprise D was unable to break free on its own. The precise nature of the technology was never fully understood. Only that the crystalline technology used was beyond the comprehension of then-current Starfleet science.
The engineering team found a quantized spin crystal formation in the shuttle you took to Hatori. They registered tetrametric radiation coming from it.
We have Takan technology on board right now?
We might. I'll run a full analysis in the containment lab.
Okay. Let's do the Ferengi ship. This was the first episode to introduce the Ferengi. And that ended up in a kind of bit of a failure.
There appears to be some sort of restriction order from Starfleet. Computer, explain this restriction.
A Starfleet directive similar to General Order 7 forbids entering the Delphi Ardu system or attempting to make contact with Portal 6-3.
Starfleet doesn't throw up a no trespassing sign for just anybody.
I suppose it makes sense considering what happened to the Enterprise D.
Weird they wouldn't let me talk to, or examine the Ferengi.
What sort of planet is Delphi Ardu 4?
Delphi Ardu 4 is an M-class planet, a barren rocky world with little to no vegetation and frequent ion storms. The giant crystals that grow there absorb energy, but it is not understood how they do so. The entire Delphi Ardu system, consisting of 11 planets, was considered completely uninhabited until the encounter with Portal 6-3.
Frequent ion storms. That can't just be a coincidence.
Let's talk about this Portal 6-3 guy.
Someone from the Takan Empire is actually still around.
Or at least was, 16 years ago.
Computer, what other information do you have on Portal 6-3, Guardian
Probably
of the
classified.
Takan Empire?
The entity known as Portal 6-3 is of an unknown nature. A biped humanoid, he was unaware that the Takan Empire no longer existed at the time of the encounter. He was able to control the crystal-based technology of the Takan outpost through apparent telepathic means. It was by his choice that the Enterprise was released from the energy draining field after Commander William T. Riker of the Away Team argued on behalf of both Starfleet and the Ferengi.
Telepathic control of their technology.
As I have said, they were the most advanced civilization in the galaxy.
The Alydians should have crushed the revolt. But if the Hatori have Takan technology and can control it, see why they're willing to negotiate peace. For all we know, this could be just the beginning. And we're up against something greater than we can imagine.
I seem to pick the Y option quite a bit.
There's only one way to find out. We need to see what's down there for ourselves.
I might be able to help with that. We've been able to triangulate the source of the ionic interference and warp disruption to a specific mine on Tau. Engineering used the latest data from your shuttle to pinpoint its origin. There.
So we know where to look.
Commander Rydek's right. We need to know what's down there, what the Hatori are hiding, to better understand what we're up against, and to neutralize it if we can.
Captain, embarking on a mission to the Hatori moon would not be viewed favorably by either side. However, given the circumstances, we are entirely within our rights to defend ourselves.
I just want to make sure this doesn't blow up in our faces. Which is why I'm thinking of sending Commander Rydek on a covert mission to Tau. Assuming you're up to the task.
Bring it.
Require absolute secrecy. And obviously, it's not without risk.
I'm ready for action, Captain. Just say the word and I'll be there.
I'll admit, I wish I could go myself. I'm hoping Tylus can accompany you. The priority is to avoid detection. It's a calculated risk. The last thing we need is to get caught and then blamed for violating our neutrality, aggravating an already tense situation. We can't afford any mistakes, which is why I've chosen you.
Tylus will be essential to my success. Not only her knowledge of the mines, but her ability to gain access, particularly now that we know which mine we need to get into.
Make sure she understands the need to keep this covert.
She's not going to want her people to know about this.
Get in touch with Tylus and make the necessary arrangements as discreetly as possible.
Bridge to Captain Solano. The Alydians have moved additional ships to the edge of the Hatori system. Current heading is straight for the homeworld.
Understood.
It would seem we no longer have the luxury of waiting. In that case, may I suggest you and I return to Hatori Prime? Doing so will provide Commander Rydek as much time as possible to complete her mission.
Agreed. We'll hail the Queen's delegation from my ready room. We all know what we need to do. Dismissed.
I'm gonna guess I'm probably gonna get to see combat now. Not sure I look forward to it, because I'm not sure how this combat system's gonna work.
Petty Officers Diaz and Edsolar, where is the crystal formation that you found in the shuttle? I have tasked Ensign Calloway with performing a full analysis of the tetrametric pulses.
Security brought it to the containment lab.
I was just there. They don't know anything about it.
Oh, that's ominous.
Security never checked it in.
Miranda never got there?
She's the one that had the crystal formation?
Yeah, her and the rest of the security detail from the negotiations.
Diaz to Maris.
That's not good.
Carter Diaz to Miranda Maris.
Commander Westbrook to Petty Officer Miranda Maris. Respond.
Something's not right.
She's
No
still
kidding.
on the ship. She has to be.
Computer, locate Petty Officer Miranda Maris.
Petty Officer Miranda Maris is in the isolinear storage array on Deck 5.
I'll go find her.
Good.
I am sure Mr. Diaz can attend to this on his own.
Not sure that's a good idea. Might be an excuse for a booty call. I can't believe I said that. Oh, this is ominous.
Someone improperly pulled these isolinear chips.
This got creepy. Okay, can't go through that apparently. I know I've been playing Arkham way too much because I want to go into Detective Vision.
Who did this?
I feel like someone's going to sneak up behind me. Ooh.
Miranda, you in here?
I feel like I should be looking up. There's more of those chips laying on the ground. Download of what?
Hello? Hey!
Got her.
Miranda?
What the hell are you doing, Carter? You almost knocked me to the lower level. What's wrong with you?
Look, I'm in here looking for you.
Well, I'm busy. I was just leaving.
Well, hold on. Commander Westbrook said the crystal formation we found in the shuttle never made it to the containment lab.
I don't know why he'd say that. I brought them there myself. Whatever he told you, he got it wrong. All I know is where I left them.
Why didn't you answer when I tried you on the comm badge? Or when I called out to you in here?
I guess I was caught up in my work.
And what were you doing?
Now, if we're done here, I have to go. Do you mind? I'm in the middle of my shift.
Hold on a second. What's in that box you're carrying?
It's not the crystal formation, if that's what you mean.
No, it's a data storage drive.
It's for secure data. It's really not my place to talk about it.
I want a straight answer, Miranda. What are you doing here?
Carter, if things are gonna work out between us, I'm gonna need you to trust me a little more than this. Because this is not a good start to a relationship. And I don't get why you're acting this way.
I should have gone to
worried
A.
about you. This isn't like you.
You're sweet to worry. But I can take care of myself.
Wow.
Etzelar de Diaz. What's the holdup?
Don't answer that. You and I can work this out. Please.
She's being suspicious as hell.
Let go of me. I'm going to respond.
I can't let you do that.
Etzelar de Diaz. Are you okay?
Diaz to Etzelar. I need some help.
So I see you found each other.
You were taking so long, the commander sent us to see what the problem was.
And you said you needed help while we were on the way.
Diaz, you were sent here with specific orders, and fighting your crewmate wasn't one of them. What the hell is going on here?
Let's just let them explain.
I'd like to hear that, because I know what it looks like.
Ask her! She was doing something with this. Copying all kinds of data.
This drive is unauthorized.
There are ISOs all over the floor.
And that's why I was in here, investigating this situation. And when Carter came looking for me, we got our wires crossed. It wasn't anything more than that.
Check the data on this drive. I'm sure it'll show her access codes were used. And there were
Watch it
probably
be
files
his.
copied while I was still with you two in engineering.
That makes sense.
Then get someone down here who can prove that. But until then, I have to go.
I don't know what's going on here, but I think we need to call it into security. She can explain herself in the brig.
That's a...
Hold on a minute. We don't need to put this on anyone's permanent record. Miranda, maybe you're feeling out of sorts and we should head to sickbay so the doc can check you out?
Yeah, I haven't felt right since I came back from Hatori. I think I should see the doctor.
You two know her? If you really think she's not well, we can take her to sickbay first.
Yeah, that's...
But what I know is this is a security breach, and we should treat it as such.
Please, just let me go see the doctor.
Let's take her to sickbay. It's better than the brig, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Fine. Get checked out by medical. You two go with her. I'll put this back together.
Someone controlling her? Or is she a spy? Or is it something to do with the crystal? I like how they used the next gen title font. Nice touch, actually. Trying to see what I can do. Again, I am so tempted to try activating detective vision, even though I don't have it.
Foliage on Tau resembles underwater plant life on Earth. The universe is full of mysteries.
That's actually kind of cool. Yeah, got lichens. I'm just gonna look around. Okay, that's the way I'm supposed to go. Well, it looks pretty straightforward.
Rydick here.
This is Irma. Any trouble getting to the surface?
I'm really starting to miss transporters.
As long as this storm is around, you'd better learn to like shuttles. But if you can find the cause of the interference, we might be able to get back to transporting.
As if I needed another incentive. We both know there's a lot more than that riding on this.
Fair enough. You'll need to get in and out of the mine undetected, so I hope Minister Tylus can help in that regard.
So do I.
And to keep this covert, we'll refrain from contact unless absolutely necessary.
Understood. Rydick out. I can crouch under this. The ionic interference is coming from underground. I should find a safer way down there.
No kidding. This way. I feel like I shouldn't run, though. There she is. Ooh, that seemed kind of jittery. Ooh, yeah, that looks really weird. also be this game needs to be updated. Like, it needs some updates. It literally just came
I
out.
saw your shuttle take off. Hopefully no one else did. It's good to see you. Even under these unfortunate circumstances.
When you called to give us a scan, it sounded like they caught you. I was worried you'd been hurt.
It was nothing I couldn't handle.
Lead the way. I'll fill you in on what we've learned about the situation.
Follow me.
The device Galvin and Sidron brought back from the mines is being used to control some sort of warp disruption weapon that has the Resolute trapped in Hatori space. According to our readings, the power source for that device is on this moon, at the specific coordinates I sent you.
That sounds impossible. It explains the rumors of the Hatori controlling the ionic storm.
We strongly suspect the device was created by an ancient empire known as the Takan.
The Takan?
Once the most powerful civilization in the galaxy, but they've been gone for over 600,000 years.
It's hard to believe there's something like that on Tau.
Which is why I need proof. If we find hard evidence that Galvin and his allies are hiding dangerous Takan technology, I can convince the Federation to let us intervene.
Understood. We're almost there.
Oh, that was uneventful.
That's the mine?
Prospect 614 North, Subdivision 20.
It's enormous.
Just one of the thousands across Tau. The pride of Hatori.
How do we get inside?
The structure that circles the mine has entry points for transporting equipment into the lower levels. They're guarded, but nothing I can't get past using my authority.
Well, that's good to hear.
As long as you can avoid being seen, I should be able to talk my way past any miner. And provide a little distraction for you in the process.
How do I avoid being seen?
You don't use the door. How dare you! Don't you know who I am? I am Tylus Altaris, Minister of Diplomatic Affairs.
Well, she got down to it.
Furious to hear you tried to deny me entry.
The Queen? But I just...
You just what? Just now realize the trouble you've made for yourself? And who exactly do you think you're going to report this to? Because I'll be reporting it as well, to someone much
Oh.
You have no authority here. Do you understand who pays your wage? I can inform the Queen directly of this insolence. You'll regret everything you've said here today. You should have opened the doors the second I appeared before you.
That's not the protocol. I didn't know...
Each second you delay my entry will be recorded, processed, and permanently...
I can't use the tricorder and scan at the same time.
Does your brain function? Do you speak our tongue?
Minister, I have orders.
How could a fellow Hatori not understand this? You're digging your own grave. I've reached the end of my patience. Escort me to the maintenance bay.
I told you I can't just...
Now!
But fine.
A wise choice. Lead the way, and be quick.
Someone takes their breaks up here. Maybe the same guard who left that window unlocked. I suppose the view is nice.
Might as well check. A few things to look at here. Oh, that was...
Not going that way.
Oh no, that was just that. Okay.
Force field. Looks like it was installed recently. No safe way around it. Okay. Let's get a look inside you.
Okay, I see how this works. Biological scanner. Prevents, of course. Oh, what's this?
Full system access. Let's see if I can just... Bingo.
What's that on the other end? Oh, it's just a, Ooh. It's green. That's not what I was looking at.
Better hurry. Not sure how long she can keep him busy.
Is there anything behind me? Possibly. I should just walk. It was a little faster. Whoa, what the?
Might be rigged to only open for registered users. No control panel here. I should take a look with my tricorder.
Oh, here we are. Yes, I know, which is really kind of dumb.
Might control the exit door. Need to see inside it. Something in here is keeping that door closed.
It's not bio. Radiation. Chemical.
Got it. Should remove the security check on the door.
Well, I'd never considered tricorder working that way. Though it actually makes sense. Kind of wish her walking speed was a little faster. I kind of don't want to run either. Because my Arkham sense makes me think if I run, I get noticed. Okay. There we go. Oh, that lagged pretty bad. Yeah, it's not liking those rocks. Stay up here. Wow. Wow. Anyways, modes, control, settings. I'm going to try turning this off. Yeah, that doesn't really help me much for, so I don't think brightness is going to... Yeah, it still does not like that. Alright, yeah, that's going to have to be something I'll look into. For now, I'll avoid looking directly at the stream. This doesn't seem very stealthy. Yeah, it does not like that at all.
I didn't come here to educate an imbecile on royal protocol.
Of course not, Minister.
So I will be about my business here, and you will take yourself out of my sight.
Nice job, Karen.
There you are.
You really let that guy have it.
It worked, didn't it? I'm used to having to throw my weight around. Hard to get anyone to listen to you otherwise.
Now, if I say I'm a little afraid, is that going to be sarcasm?
Gotta admit, I'm a little afraid of you now.
You're lucky we're on the same side.
I'd say so. The catwalks were booby-trapped.
Galvin and Sidron have gone to great lengths to keep out the uninvited. Well, we're inside. Where do you want to start?
The ionic interference is coming from below us. We need to go deeper.
That lift goes down, at least to the changeover station. But we can't use it without DNA authorization from one of the guards.
I have an idea, but we need a few samples of DNA from the miners who work here.
Samples?
Fingerprints, sweat, blood.
Which will trick the machine and get us control of the lift.
That's the theory. Let's test it.
Let's stare directly into the thing that slows down the computer. Okay, yeah, that bugs me that it's lagging that bad. I'm surprised there's no one around.
Wow, that is a lot of DNA. I should look for the most concentrated spots.
Right there.
I can use this.
Oh, it'd be bio.
That's a stable DNA sample. It's only partial, but a few more should do it.
Oh, shoot.
Promising.
You think? Oh, that's ominous.
Good. That's another I could use. Just need one more sample. Hygiene clearly isn't a priority down here.
I can't see it. I don't think I want to know. Okay. Oh, what the? Okay.
Almost looks like coffee. Almost. I'll have some Ractagino when I get back to the ship.
Almost looks like Neelix's coffee.
Leftovers. I should give this a scan.
Let's check out this.
Some kind of glowing mineral being used as a light source. Might want one of these for my cabin, actually.
Is that basically like a Himalayan salt lamp?
There's gotta be stable DNA here. Perfect. That's enough to make the DNA profile. Time to go back to the lift.
Oh.
You're not coming inside?
There are some things I'd rather not smell.
Ah.
Fair enough. God, that bugs me.
What's in all these containers?
These contain mining supplies, tools, energy packs for machinery.
Shouldn't mining supplies be inside the mines?
It is troubling. If the workers here aren't mining...
Yeah, I don't like that lag. That I think will have to be something I see if I can fix.
Do you think we could just find a way to climb over this?
Possibly. But the console on the lift itself is locked by the same system that locks this ramp.
No shortcuts, then.
I'm sure you can figure something out.
Actually, hang on.
It worked. Theory proven.
I'll get it started.
Ready?
I hope this is not an indicator that I need to upgrade my computer. I mean, it probably wouldn't hurt, but I'd rather not spend money right now. Of course, I'm also playing this game and streaming at the same time. I imagine that's not helping.
I'm a little afraid of what we might find down there.
Might find the
We'll be
bodies.
okay. I've survived worse than this.
Well, I haven't. But I'll put my faith in you. For now.
That's what's causing all those slowdown. But when I'm not looking...
Stay back. There's a guard at the station. You'll have to hide.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
You watch your tone with me. I'm Tylus Altaris, Minister of Diplomatic Affairs. I speak for the Queen herself.
This is a restricted area. No one gains access without the approval of Galvin or Sidron.
Wait.
Jues Gawad Abawencha.
Let me go!
Take a nap.
Are you all right?
I don't know.
Are you injured?
No, I thought if I could talk my way through like always, I'd be fine, but... I'm a diplomat. This isn't what I do. I've never even fired a weapon. This is just... It's real now. I wasn't ready for this.
Tylus, you can do this.
I don't see what you're basing that on.
All you've shown me so far is an iron-willed determination to save your people. I don't expect that's changed.
No. No, it hasn't. My authority has never been challenged like that. It meant nothing to him.
So we should assume any Hatori we encounter from here on can't be reasoned with.
Agreed. The only loyalty they have down here is to Galvin and Sidron.
Can you switch over the lift?
Guard should have a scan card that will allow us to operate the switch.
That's some serious armor.
Conditions in the mines are harsh, even for Hatori.
An Alydian disruptor.
I assume the miners took weapons from the Alydians before they fled the mines.
That explains some of how the uprising happened, but not enough.
Should we take it with us?
No. My phaser is more efficient. Unless you want it.
Oh no. Weapons aren't my thing.
Cats. Alright, let's get this.
Got it.
Where'd it go?
He's not dead, is he? He's still one of my people, and I didn't come here to take Hatori lives.
My phaser's set to stun. He'll be perfectly fine, just unconscious for a while.
I see. We don't have that sort of technology on our weapons.
Good to know.
Hopefully I don't encounter any more lag like that. Yeah. I had to say something, didn't I? So it's not lagging bad right now. Maybe there just aren't as many objects on screen.
The energy readings are emanating from this tunnel. It's sure to be guarded in there. Stay low and follow my lead. Is that all dilithium?
Not all of it. We excavate large chunks of rock that contain varying amounts of dilithium ore.
There's
Sorted
the
and
lag.
processed at the collector ship above.
Yeah, I tried to... There we go. I tried to close down as many processes that looked like they were using up memory, but I didn't have a whole heck of a lot of luck. No, I don't look forward to this.
More guards.
I take that as a sign we're getting close.
I'll get a closer look. Looks like they've improvised a barrier.
Yes, we must be getting closer.
We need that particular card, don't we?
I'm afraid so.
We don't have time to wait for them to finish whatever they're doing. We'll have to try to keep low and sneak past them.
I'm starting to see the utility of a phaser.
I wouldn't stand a chance against all three of them.
But you know who would? Batman. I played way too much Arkham.
Can you open that door?
Not without that scan card.
I don't like our options here. I have to get us that card so we can open the door.
How? If they detect you, Galvin and Sidron's followers are clearly willing to kill to protect whatever's in this mine.
Hey, I'm trained for this. I'll be fine.
What should I do?
Avoid being seen. Stick to the edge of the room and meet me at the door.
Oh, great. Stealth. I can... Oh, I think he'd probably spot me. That spooked me. Oh, I don't like that. Where'd he go?
This Alydian technology is such a hassle.
Oh, is it red because he's closer?
We should the Alydians will try something else. They saw our power, our resolve. They're terrified of us. Until the plan is complete, we're vulnerable. Then get back to work, and we'll complete the plan quickly.
Shoot. Okay, good.
Good. Good.
Oh, jeez.
It's just a matter of time. Almost complete.
That looks like that's underneath me. Okay. I want to go this way. Okay.
Is someone there?
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
We need more light in here.
As long as that one guy doesn't turn around, we'll be good. I feel like this is going to set something off if I take it, though. Yoink! Wait, it was still there.
Someone's here.
I feel like this is a mistake.
How long is Galvin going to make us wait? I'm not worried. He's led us well so far.
I'd melt if I went through there.
No kidding.
Keep moving.
We've been waiting for so long. Patience, brother. We'll get our chance. It's inevitable after all. That it is.
I feel like this might have been a mistake. Oh, no, what's this? That didn't seem very stealthy. You think they'd notice? Wait, where's my card? I can't get in there anymore.
Stay close.
Ooh. I see laser or tripwires or laser.
What?
Motion sensors. They'll trigger an alarm. We'll be found.
Invisible to the naked eye.
They could be
Not that
anywhere.
invisible.
How will we get through?
Invisible my ass. That was dumb. That was dumb. Okay, I should be clear of them. Okay. Oh, that way. Now if I stand... Oh, this is where it's going to start getting trickier. Oh, I see where it is, though. So if I can clear that... Okay, I'm ran past it. Okay, I think I see what I need to do. You stay off here, cat. Hoping she's following me exactly, otherwise we're in trouble. The way that looks.
This
is not good.
It's where the uprising started. Hatori don't do this. We defend ourselves, but we don't kill on this scale, this level of savagery.
There's no such thing as a bloodless rebellion.
I don't know if we should keep going. So much death. I don't want to end up like them.
We'll make sure they didn't die for nothing. What we learn here could save the rest of your people.
Okay. Okay.
Whatever happened here, it made the Alydians abandon the mines. Let's find out what they're so scared of. Is this the effects of an Alydian disruptor?
Yes.
Disruptors are cruel weapons. These crystalline particles, they're not dilithium. Are they common in the mines?
Not that I've ever seen.
Hatori and Alydian. Both sides took a beating. The Hatori fortified the side of the room opposite the door. It's a good tactic, but a few crates aren't going to stop fully armed Alydian soldiers. How did they win? From the blast marks, it looks like the Alydians had far greater firepower.
I'm gonna assume it has something to do with all these crystals that are laying around.
Footprints. Alydian boots. Running back the way we came. Tylus.
What?
What kind of weapon did this?
This is like nothing I've ever seen or heard of. My people don't have a weapon that does this.
What else can you tell me?
Yeah, I expected that much. Okay, radiation. Nothing on the chemical scan. Oh, that sounds bad. Jeez.
What an awful way to die. This must be why the Alydians are so afraid. Technology that surpasses their own, in the hands of the Hatori that they've lorded over for centuries.
Where did this weapon come from?
Well, the crystals are giving off tetrametric pulses. If I set my tricorder to search for that frequency, it'll lead us right to the source.
There are 4 lights. I did not pronounce that right. It's been ages since I've seen that episode. Probably one of the darkest Next Gen episodes. And that's saying, well, Next Gen had some dark episodes, but I think that's probably one of the darkest. Actually going to go and investigate some of this other stuff.
The Alydians shot to kill.
But if they killed him, why was he shot in the back?
Huh, you're right. The shot came from the side the Hatori were defending.
We don't kill our own. And he wasn't just caught in the middle.
It kind of goes with the possession theory.
Killed by the same crystallization as the Alydian.
Whose side was the killer on?
There's one more. Oh, that can't be good.
Tylus, you may not want to look down there.
I've come too far to... What is this?
They've been dumping bodies down here.
Unforgivable. Galvin and Sidron will be made to answer for this.
Yeah, there's something. I found it.
Think they parked this here on purpose?
One way to find out.
Need any help?
I've got it.
Your eyes are glowing red there. That kind of bugged me.
This concentration of tetrametric radiation has never been recorded. Whatever they're hiding, it's right through here.
The thing is, I know we're going to get caught. I'm guessing... Give me Tholian vibes.
This feels strange.
The crystals are increasing, growing outward, replacing the soil.
It's like an infection. A parasite. Growing inside Tau.
I'm not gonna run. Somehow I don't think I want to touch those crystals. Ooh. Please don't lag my computer. That looks cool, though.
Incredible.
This is definitely not Hatori.
That was weird, but...
It's the remnants of the Takan Empire.
I don't think we should be here.
This is exactly where we should be. every strange thing we've seen in this system, it might all come from this room.
Wow.
We need to learn everything we can.
Just don't touch anything.
How are you holding up?
I knew Galvin and Sidron were dangerous. Now I know they're more powerful than I could have imagined. But the worst of it is knowing they got there by turning our people against their own. This place feels wrong.
I'll get what I need, and we can get out of here.
Thank you. Can your device read this?
It can roughly translate the words, but we don't have enough Taconian language on record to understand how it's structured.
Oh well.
Worth a shot. Unfortunately, Tricorder does not want to record it. Is she following me? Yeah, she is. Okay. Ooh.
Looks like some sort of replicator.
Don't.
I can't get it to work.
It has power. Must be looking for some other kind of authorization.
Okay, we're on bio. Nation. Okay, there's 3 anomalies.
What is it?
The device's primary function is to transmute lithium into this quantized crystalline compound. Possibly for the creation of weapons.
Do you think one of these was used on that Alydian in the tunnels?
Such a cruel weapon.
So let's check what's over here. Then we'll go to the center area. It's like some sort of door. Oh. Pardon me. Anomalies. Where's the third one? Oh, there it is.
This suggests there's some type of complex life form contained within each crystal.
That's ominous.
life form? There's something alive in these tiny crystals?
That's what it says. But hard to imagine how that's possible.
Do we really want to take one?
Our science division will have a field day with this. We need to study it on the ship.
Considering I'm highly suspecting that what's her name? Miranda is possessed. I don't know if taking one of those was a good idea. Of course, she doesn't know that.
Somewhat resembles a transporter pad. Look familiar?
It's almost identical to the console Galvin has hidden in the palace. It looks like a control surface.
Okay.
What are we looking at?
It's made of the same crystalline material as the rest of this place. But I can't tell much else. Might be some kind of sleep mode. I can't analyze this further unless it starts working normally.
Maybe we can turn it on from somewhere else.
Hopefully. Let's keep looking around.
Okay, so there's no... Ooh, geez, I didn't realize how late it is. I think I'll figure out what's going on here and I'm going to call tonight. That's got some Wrath of Khan vibes to it. Oh, no, that's her. Okay, where do I go now? Oh. Oh.
Crystallized lithium compound. Its internal structure is extremely ordered. In fact, the states of these crystals on a subatomic level suggests a storage device of some kind. Energy levels are both stable and ordered, like information. Some of them appear to be depleted.
What kind of information would you deplete?
Well, considering we... There we go. There we go.
I see it.
What's happening?
Someone turned it on.
There's no one here. Or maybe the device I saw in the palace can send a signal?
If that's the case, we may not be alone for long. Let's hurry.
So what do I do now?
I can feel the power coming off it.
I've never seen this kind of energy before. I'll need to record this with my tricorder.
Okay, the other one's chemical. Oh, what's this? No, I can't scan that.
This can't be right. It's putting out almost 50 zettajoules of energy.
I assume that's a lot?
Enough to power this entire quadrant. This amount of power, the kind of radiation it's putting out, it's the cause of the storm. The warp disrupting beam, all of it.
What do we do now?
We get back to the Resolute. They have to know about this. Come on, let's...
Yeah, there we go.
Quickly. We have to hide.
We're about to get caught.
This is outrageous! I demand you let me go!
No need to complain. You're about to receive a gift beyond your wildest imagination. If anything, I consider it an honor.
Now if we could only figure out how to use that.
What is that? What are you doing?
You'll see soon enough.
I can influence the course of the negotiations. I can make sure the Hatori get the better end of the bargain.
So can I.
Alright, I think that's going to be it for this. Yep, there we go. Alright. Anyways, yeah. I'm going to call it a night. And this seems like a good place to stop because I think this will be where I'll pick up tomorrow. So I still need to figure out how to deal with some of this lag, but at least it's only the worst of it's only been in that one scene. So it's not terrible. Not great either, but not terrible. I don't know if that's an indicator I need a new graphics card or I don't have enough memory or what. And I am running on a gaming PC, though it is a few years old, so I don't know. It could also be that Steam needs to update it for better optimization, so I don't know. But yeah, I'm still enjoying this game. I'm betting anything that one guy's going to get stabbed with a crystal and he's going to get possessed. But I don't know. That's just a guess. Anyways, this has been your captain speaking. You're now free to disembark.